Hello, Clark here, back at again with another review for Kate, Netflix's new original action movie. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, and also share this video if you want. Also, I want to thank you to all the people who've been watching the channel and giving it a lot of support. I can't thank you enough. But getting on to this review, this movie stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Woody Harrelson, and Mickey Martineau. The story is basically about a woman named Kate who ends up getting poisoned and having 24 hours to not only live but to also find the individuals who were responsible and kill them. What can I say about this movie? I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it was the most amazing thing, but again, it's Netflix. I'm not expecting amazing. I'm expecting satisfiable at best. Um, so what I'll get into, I'm going to start off with the pros because I want to get the positives out of the way. So the pros of this movie is the action and the acting. I think the action in this movie is really good. It's very reminiscent of John Wick or like Atomic Blonde, and it makes sense because the stunt crew behind this was 8711. I think it's 8711 Action. I think that's the name. 8711. I think that's but they're basically the people that were behind the stunts in this movie, all the choreography and all that. And I think the action is really good, especially when she goes to this I guess like this Yakuza den and she's trying to get answers, and that fight scene is really good and really bloody. But yeah, the fight scenes are very good. I think that's one of the highlights of this movie. I think the acting is very good, especially coming from Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She does a great performance in this movie. Um, Even some of the scenes with the little girl, I think she was pretty good. Um, and I mean, and when I say she's pretty good, I mean she's good, but she's not as strong as all the other actors like Woody Harrelson. Even though he does a really good job too. Um, so that's the pros. Some of the cons though of this movie lie solely in the writing. Um, a lot of the dialogue, especially that comes from Annie, which is played by Miku, her character has a lot of lines that are just completely freaking cringy. Like they're very cringy. Like she'll say certain things and you just be like, "What? Just shut up. Just be quiet." Okay? So a lot of the problem I have with the writing is with her dialogue, especially. Um, Another thing with the writing is that the twist you kind of see it coming out of the way. I mean, it's you can tell from the beginning who poisoned her and who's behind it and all that. So the twist is like, okay, it's not. It doesn't surprise you. It's not. That's why I would say it's not really a good twist because it just doesn't get you because you can just figure it out just by watching the first minutes of the film. And another thing is that the movie is not as high octane as I wanted it to be because if you look at this movie, have you ever seen? It's basically Crank. Have you ever seen Crank starring Jason Statham? Crank is just a freaking top to bottom, just balls to wall action, right? Non-stop action, downright crazy, and it's full of energy. And I would think if you're gonna go with the whole entire 24 hours to live route or something like this, like that, kind of like that crank storytelling, I would think you would, you know, go a little bit, crazy with it, a little bit more action, a little bit nonstop. But I mean, it doesn't do that. And maybe that's because they wanted to, slow it down to a more, drawn out story. I can see that, but at the same time, I kind of like feel like if you're gonna go the crank route and you're gonna do a crank like storyline, I feel like you should be like crank and just go full nuts and go full, adrenaline pumping with it. But other than that, I feel like this movie was pretty good. It wasn't amazing. It satisfied, what I need from it, which is good action. And to give an overall rating for it, I give it a B minus. So yeah, that's the review for Kate. Again, I want to thank all of you who are watching. Thank you very much for watching. I know I've been kind of relaxed on these reviews and not pumping them out as fast, but do know that I am still going to give you content, still giving you content that you want to watch and all that. Again, I want to thank you again for watching. Again, this has been Clark, and this has been my review for Kate. Okay, bye.